Hi, 7th grade. Here is the instructions for your About Me project poster. You'll be creating a virtual locker to help me learn something about you. So look at the example that I've created. I created an example of the locker slide. I didn't do the writing slides, but I'll talk you through that. So as you can see, I've got a combination of images, GIFs. I got my name out here on the Post-it note. I even inserted myself. So I've got all that going on. So let's talk about the rubric. The first part is the art component, which is the locker. You'll see the example that I just showed you. You may use provided images or find your own. And again, there's ways here that give you sites that you can use to find your own. You can use the insert image and find your own PNGs. Make sure they are backgroundless images like we've done before in the past with no white backgrounds. See how they look like they fit? We did that in 6th grade with your bedrooms. So that's, and there's a bunch of those. If you're like, I forget how to remove a background and do all that, there are a bunch of provided images in the following slides. So there are pictures you can choose from, or you can find your own. You need 10 items that represent things about you. And you also may insert that avatar that we made back in 6th grade in your bedroom and recreate your avatar by going to Pixton. There's a link there for you to create your avatar. Okay. The writing component. On the 2 slides that have the Post-it notes, you're explaining what you put in your locker and why. So let's say I put this GIF about hiking. So I'll say one of my GIFs is a hiking, or one of my pictures in my locker is a hiking picture. I love to hike anytime I have free time. Or this summer I hiked Glacier National Park. So I'm going to write a sentence about the item, what I put in, and why. Let's try another one. I put this sparkly GIF with the W. My last name starts with a W, and I really like sparkly things. I put this GIF, or I just put an image of Fiji water. I sadly love to buy fancy water when I go to the store. It's like a treat for myself. So I might write about that. Or I put a set of books in my locker because I love to read in my spare time. So each Post-it note, you'll create a text box. Okay. And you'll start typing. I put a image of books in my locker because I like to read. Period. Remember, sentences get a capital letter, they get a period, and they get a complete thought. You can reword I put an image of blank and because in those. So make sure they are complete sentences to get full credit. So you have 10 of those, 10 sentences, one sentence about each of the items you put in your locker. Okay. And then finally, you have some extra questions to write about. So I ask for your age and your birthday. I ask, what did you do this summer? I ask, what makes you anxious or scared or nervous? What do you do in your free time? What's your favorite food? And what do you want to accomplish this year? So same idea. You put a text box. You write at least one sentence explaining those answers. Okay. And that completes the writing component. So write a sentence about each item and why. Complete grammar, punctuation, and then answer the questions about yourself in the thought bubbles. Again, complete thoughts and sentences. When you finish your design and your writing components, I ask that you please go in and delete, click on the slide, 2-finger, and delete the extra slides all the way from my virtual locker all the way through, I think it's 12. Okay. I just ask that you get rid of all the extras so that all I see when you submit your project is the instructions, which is the rubric, the locker, and the 3 writing slides. So when you submit your project, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slides that you're submitting. 5. Okay. And that way I only see what I need to grade. It just will cut down what I have to look at. And then you click the submit button like we've always done in Schoology by going back into Schoology and clicking submit on the document. Okay. And you can always double check that you made a submission by going into your Schoology gradebook and seeing that there's a little image there showing you submitted something. So rewind. Again, check out the example and how your final product should look. Your name should be out on the Post-it note. Make a text box and put your name, Katie's locker, Robbie's locker, okay? And then inside your locker, at least 10 items that you choose, 10 items that represent you, things you like, that speak to you. You can find your own images, or you can use the provided ones that are down here and copy and paste them into your locker. Once you finish the locker, you're writing 10 sentences, 1 per Post-it note, about what and why you put the items in your locker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the second slide. And then you're writing a sentence to complete each of the answers on the thought bubbles. And then you delete the extra slides and you submit. And if you have any questions, feel free to check in with me. Thanks.